Hello YouTube, and welcome back to South Mountain Creamery Farm. If you've been following this series, you'll know that there's been a rather long break in the episodes, and that is because Farming Simulator 19 came out, and there was a little period where we had to try out the new game, and basically just scratch that itch and get it out of the system. But good news is we're back, and it's early summer back here on the Creamery Farm, and it's time to do the grass work. So the last episode we did was actually a live stream, in case you watched that or rewatched it, but that was part of doing the hay work as well. So the basic idea is that we're basically doing this first early summer cut, and we're going to turn it into hay bales, which we are obviously going to use to feed our herd of cows and the sheep as well, because we had a deal with a neighbor. He bought the sheep, but we're looking after them, feeding and watering them, and we're basically going to split the sales of the wool down the middle. So overall, that's working out okay. We didn't have enough money to buy as many sheep as he invested. He basically reinvested the money that we bought a field from him for about 300,000, and he spent about the same on getting the sheep. But on the other hand, he doesn't have to feed them, water them, look after them, vet spills, anything like that. That's basically all down to us instead. But yeah, that's going on okay. Sheep are starting to produce some wool, and we're getting some grass cutting done here. So we are getting there with the actual cut. We started doing a bit of lining up the other end of the field, and then after that it'll be time to get some baling done as well. And I'm just gonna lift up a switch off and fold up the cutter here. So we're out on the field a little bit down the road from the farm, and right now over here we got the liner, the tether going, so we can get the grass dried out. Weather forecast is looking kinda okay, because although I'm slightly confused that right now the forecast is actually talking about there might be hail coming. So yeah, the liner is here as well in the field. So we're basically gonna take this guy back to the farm. Probably need to get some machinery cleaned up here at some point as well, but for now what we need to get done is we need to pick up a baler so that we can start getting those bales pressed as well. So yeah, it's nice to be back on South Mountain. It's lovely to be playing with seasons again. I have been playing quite a bit of Farming Simulator 19, sort of sunk about the first 100 hours into it now, and I am really enjoying it, but there are also some bits missing, for example seasons. So for now, I think I just ran over the basketball there. I'm just gonna park up here. I'm gonna hop in the truck to go back out to the field and get the two other tractors running on getting the field finished. And once we've done the hay work, I'll have to check on the rest of the fields. We are growing some grain and some corn as well, and we did buy one additional field up in the corner that we are going to think about expanding, but it requires cutting down some trees, but that may be something that will have to wait till the autumn, because right now we got grain growing on a part of the field that's already in use. Anyway, we'll park here and we'll just take a little walk up the field here. We should probably get the grass turned before we start doing a lot more lining. At least that way we can get one task out of the way. We've got our 3 Fendt tractors on the farm, and we've got the old Hurleyman that we used up in the forest in the earlier episodes. That one is more of a yard tractor that we're just using for running the feed mixer and such like. Yeah. So I'm gonna get this field worked through, and you can sit back and enjoy. Right, so we're getting pretty close. Oh, scratching up against the fence post there. Just got to run up the edges of the fields here, and then that's all of our grass basically turned and dried. We do have the workers on the farm that also work down in the dairy plant for part of the day, but we're gonna get one of those to start doing the lining just once we finish this bit, because then we can take this tractor back down to the farm, and we can swap over to the larger Fendt and get a baler hooked up on that one, and then we can get this field done. I think it'll be better to get a worker to do the lining, simply because otherwise this episode is going to be one giant time lapse and we won't be doing anything. But hey, so for now we'll just get these last bit of edging done, and then we'll get the worker going on the lining. Hopefully he'll be able to figure that out. Should be okay, I think, even if it's not 100% perfect. We've been getting a pretty good yield. We did the field over near to the farm as well. That one has already been cut and baled, so there's a lot of hay coming in. The idea is that the second cut in autumn time will all go straight to silage instead. We have a decent amount of silage because we were able to do a cut before actually taking over the farm and use one of the clamps and lay in silage, so we do have something to feed the cattle at least. Oh, there's a little bit more here. Maybe I shouldn't have brought out the pickup. I'll need to get somebody to drive it home now as well. Right, let me just hop out here and move the truck for a second, and we'll just put it up here just for a minute or two, and then we'll get one of the guys to follow us on the way back to the farm as well. The because in Farming Simulator 17 we can still do that. Hopefully we'll be able to do it in 19 soon as well, but for now it's nice to be able to do that again. So that's our tedding done. Let's get this folded up, and then we will shortly be heading back to the farm. Just get this truck to follow us as well. Oh, before I do that, I'll just pop up and drop off the worker for the other tractor here, so they can get going on lining, because that'll be great. So we'll just pop in here, get everything started up, and just set it going a little bit like that. And there we go. She's working away. She's ready. And once we get out of the way, hopefully she's gonna figure it out. We might get some interesting patterns in part of the field, but we'll manage. We can tidy the last bits up ourselves. Oh dear, it looks like I need to get out of the way here. Anyway, here we go. We'll see how that turns out. So here we go. Just hop out, get back in the tractor over here. Just jump cab view to make sure we're not gonna hit any traffic coming out of here. Here we go. I've just realized I was driving on the wrong side of the road there. I've been thinking too much about UK maps, obviously. We are on an American map, so we drive on the right side of the road now. Here we go. That should be better. Okay. So for now, we can basically just park up here. We don't need these guys right away. So that is something we can do a little bit later on in the evening or something like that. So I am just gonna go and find a bale and head back out to the field. Okay, so we've got a bale attached now, and just as we're going past the cow shed here, I just thought I'd show you in here. As you can see, we've already got quite a few loads of hay sitting in here. In fact, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about whether we're going to have room for straw, but we are going to need some for the sheep as well. So everything that's going to get baled off the next field isn't going to be put into the cow shed. We're going to find use one of the other sheds up here on the other side instead. And hopefully the worker has been doing some lining out in the field, so we can get straight on with doing some baling. As you can see, it's really busy in the shop, which is great. Sales from vegetables from the greenhouse is actually going really well. So now it's be very popular here over the summer, now that we're starting to get some good output. And yeah, we're starting to produce some milk. We're actually not really producing enough milk yet. And the reality is simply that the herd is too small almost. There's more capacity in the dairy right now than our herd can actually produce milk for. So we do need to get serious consideration to actually increasing the number of cattle at some point. But again, we have just started. This is our first year on the farm, and we do need to get started before we can start doing too much, and gotta crawl before we can run, basically. So I think I'll be alright. Well, it looks like lining is going quite well here. So now we can crack on with some bales here and get a decent amount of hay out of this field as well. Yeah, there's a patch missing up here, but that's okay. We'll pick that up at the end instead. For now, I'm basically just going to swing around and pick up the line here. Uh-oh. Here comes the rain. Right. So it looks like the forecast was actually accurate, because as sour as it is, this almost looks like sleet. Ugh. Sudden chill down here in the middle of summer. That is not great. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep going on this before this stuff starts getting too wet, to be honest. Kind of hoping that I can keep getting the baling done, unless it actually keeps raining for hours here. Right, I've jumped inside because it's horrible to be out there holding up the camera. Yeah, this is not great. I think we're going to try and plow on and at least get it pressed, because as long as it's not taking up too much moisture right away, I'm hoping that once we get it pressed into bales, as long as we get those under cover pretty soon, we should manage okay. But actually, while we're here, I think one thing we should just take a quick look at to re-familiarize ourselves with the situation is the actual field status. So we're up in field 34, if you can see the cursor moving around here, and our worker down in the corner. So we have got wheat on fields 27 and 28, just down south of the farm, and then we've got corn on field 26. We also bought field 8, which is canola instead. That was already planted when we bought the farm. And in terms of the growth stages, we'll be doing the canola harvest first, followed by wheat, and then there'll be a later corn harvest, which will probably struggle a bit, but we'll have to see. Now, in terms of fertilization, 27, 28 only need one more round. Field 8 and 26 need another couple of goes of some fertilizing. But we did buy a sprayer as well, so that's all good. Anyway, better get back to these bales, because we really got to crack on before this rain really starts settling in. What horrible weather. And we've been having such a nice summer otherwise. I have to say that the forecast is becoming quite a lot more variable over the summer, so I don't think it's going to be barbecues every single day of the week. Although, like I said in one of the other episodes, we were invited to a barbecue from the guys that run the dealership up the road from here, and we're actually doing that on the weekend, so that'll be lovely. And we're getting to know quite a few folk around here, and I think it's a bit of a town gathering all together, so it'll be a good excuse to have a nice party and everything like that. We're looking forward to that. I just hope the weather holds up. I can see the forecast is saying Saturday we should have nice weather, and yes, on Saturday evening, so hopefully the rain does hold off. That's forecast for Sunday, but at least it's nice and mild around here, and we're not running around up in the forest up against some really muddy tracks anymore. We do have to do some stump grinding up there at some point, but to be honest, that is going to be post-harvest, post-autumn work, If we don't get too much snow in early winter, that might be a job to look at, because we do need to be able to see the stumps. Of course, if the whole forest is covered in snow, then there isn't going to be much point in driving around up there. So that's the girl radioing over and telling me that she's done. That's fair enough. We'll tidy up the last bits ourselves, just to make sure we get the last bales out of the field as well. But for now, I'm just gonna see if I can manage to finish these bales before it gets too wet. So we're getting very close to the end now. The weather is still horrible, and I had hoped to be able to take a short afternoon break from the grass work to show you guys around the rest of the farm, but to be honest, priorities have changed a little bit here. Got to finish up this field, and we actually got to get these bales in and undercover as a bit of a matter of urgency now. So to be honest, for now, welcome back to South Mountain after a long break here from Overcord Gaming. Episodes should be coming out a little bit more regularly again very soon, and hopefully this weather is going to sort itself out, and in the next episode we can go up and have a look at how the sheep are doing and the general state on the farm as a whole. But for now, it's thank you very much from Overcord Gaming. Do hit that like and subscribe button if you like what you're seeing, and we'll keep the episodes coming out. Thank you for now.